Hey again, Todd. Regular Guy Reports. I was watching an episode of the Sean Ryan Show, and the gentleman who was with Sean Ryan was talking about things happen the way they do for a reason. And it got me thinking. I don't know if things happen the way that they do for a reason, because it's orchestrated that way. A big part of me believes things happen the way that they do, and what makes the outcome, the important aspect to the outcome, is how we respond or react to what happens. The gentleman had talked about a particular or specific experience he had as a child with a negative situation, and it could have gone one of two ways. And he was glad that it went the way that it did, and that it worked out. Things, it happened that way because it was supposed to. And I'm where I'm at because that happened. And I don't know how I feel about that, or if I agree with it. There's a big part of me that feels that life happens. Life is a result of the consequences of choices made by oneself and other people. Maybe somebody gets up late, they're in a hurry, and they get in a rush to work and end up creating the circumstances where an accident occurs because of choices that they made. And I don't know that there was some grand puppet master who was manipulating things to create those circumstances. I think, in my mind, God is an individual who is omniscient and omnipotent, and has the power to influence based upon our choices and the things that we do. He can intercede on our behalf, but he's not, in my feelings, the God of this world, so to speak. The God of this world is the devil. We're here to learn good from evil and choose good. I believe that if we don't actively choose for ourselves, then we will end up falling into evil. What you would call a natural man. The 7 deadly sins and all that kind of thing. You get into it because we operate within opposition. Everything in this world operates within opposition and grows in opposition. Trees develop stronger roots because of storms and winds. We get bigger muscles because of exercise and resistance that we apply to those muscles. We develop coping mechanisms because of trauma. And we can choose to be victimized, or we can choose to overcome. Now, in that aspect, I don't know that I believe that things happen the way that they're supposed to, or for a particular reason. I think that God, being omniscient, knows things that are going to happen. And if there are people who choose to listen to him, they can act as his on his behalf, or do things through inspiration. I feel that he can influence, guide, and direct. he is not a puppet master, and he's not creating these circumstances as in a dictatorial manner. It's a situation in which consequences are allowed to happen. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. There are specific laws within which we operate. Physical laws, the quantum mechanics and the entanglement of things. Everything can affect everything else, yes. Our decisions always have consequences, and the idea that you can make a decision and you can do things and no one else will suffer the consequences of your own choices is false. You cannot throw a pebble into a pond without a ripple effect. So for me, I don't know that things happen for a reason. I know that things happen and that we can choose and give value to those occurrences by our choices, by choosing to do something that transcends victimhood and transcends the potential negativity of a situation. And we can create a positive reality from negative circumstances. Getting back to an earlier story that I talked about, two brothers who were twins. One was an attorney, one was a self-destructive alcoholic. And they had the same reason for why they did what they did. Their father was an alcoholic. One chose to be a victim of circumstance, and one chose to transcend his circumstances and create his own reality. Now, I think those types of things that happen. Neil deGrasse Tyson, I think that's his name, but he's a very intelligent man. I think his perspective on God is a bit obtuse, in that either God is all good and not all powerful, or all powerful and not all good. Because that assumes that we're in a situation where the contract stipulates that he has to act if evil occurs. Where my understanding of how this is that he stepped back and gave us the opportunity and choice to experience consequences, experience the opposition in things because of choices that we made before being born. I feel that we are spiritual beings before coming here. And within that construct, God has the power to intercede on our behalf if we comply with the contract. So the idea that things always work out the way that they're supposed to, or things happen for a reason, I don't know about that. In the sense that, yes, obviously, things happen for a reason because they're a culmination of consequences from a multitude of choices made by many persons, going back generations and generations. The idea of the butterfly effect, that there is a domino effect of consequences, but we can interrupt those consequences by the choices that we make. Again, those choices that we make can determine our own reality. Excuse me. So we are, in fact, the architects of our own reality. That's part of why we're here, is to learn how to create that reality for ourselves. And self-determination. I have mad respect for individuals such as Sean Ryan and all the gentlemen and the ladies that he chooses to bring onto his program. It has had some amazing impact on ways that I think and feel. And those types of stories can be very powerful and very effective. And he he doesn't pull any punches. Again, another one of those with no BS. He doesn't seem to do anything with guile. He doesn't let you get away with any crap, though. And so I get a lot from those programs. But this particular thing, the idea that things work out how they're supposed to, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. I got a lot of questions myself. But I feel and believe that things work out one way or another. And it's based on the choices that we make for ourselves. Even not making a choice is a choice. There are consequences to those things. Victimhood and complacency. I don't know. It's given me some things to think about, and I just wanted to chat about it while it was fresh in my mind. Honestly, I really feel that we have the opportunity to make something beautiful of this life and to create something amazing because of the choices that we make in any given circumstances, in any given results. And this individual on this particular episode of the Sean Ryan Show made some amazing choices to transform his life, and thereby his ripple effect has been to transform the lives of others. And he's affected me and gotten me thinking about some things. And I just started the the interview. It's a 2-parter, and as many of them, it's very, very exciting. It's just cool stuff. I love these guys, and I love the fact that there's a platform out there where I can just feast on these things and get some stuff out of it. So thanks for listening to my ramblings and my own personal BS. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out this camera thing and this whole thing, and a lot of times I just I'm looking away here or there or wherever. It's because I have a certain discomfiture, and there's a great advantage to anonymity and separation and this buffer to be able to talk about these things to no one, but know that it's out there, and this way I can't take it back. Put it out there, and I don't know, it just makes it more real. Even though it's in a virtual and imaginary world, it makes it more real because it's kind of moving around in my brain by discussing it, by talking about it, as well as later on being able to write about these things and review them. It's a neat opportunity. So yeah, that's the end of my ramblings. So thanks again.